Hims and Hers shares were down over 34% on Monday, June 23rd, 2025, a massive drop in share prices as investors threw the company out after Novo Nordisk announced that it was severing its partnership with Hims and Hers and not selling its Wegovy weight loss drug on its platform. But I would advise investors not to sleep on Hims and Hers stock. I think despite the loss of this partnership with Novo Nordisk, Hims and Hers has great prospects looking ahead. And I'm going to highlight several reasons why that could be the case going forward, that Hims and Hers still performs relatively well for investors long term. So the company's management team announced that earlier in the year, they acquired a home lab testing provider. And as they integrate those capabilities into their platform, they're going to make blood testing easier and more accessible, giving customers access to testing for key biomarkers tied to heart, hormone, liver, thyroid, and prostate health. Of course, blood testing is an inconvenient process as it stands. Consumers have to go to their local facility to get their tests drawn, get their blood taken. But if you have a home test kit that's more accessible, that's more convenient, consumers will adopt that in increasing percentages going forward, as we've seen with other categories. When you make things more convenient, consumers adopt the technology quickly. That's been true for many, many categories that I'm following. Convenience is key. People are willing to pay for convenience. Whether you look at e-commerce, the growth of Amazon, largely driven by the convenience advantage of shopping online versus shopping in person. Whether you look at the food delivery platforms like DoorDash and Uber Eat, that convenience advantage is leading to phenomenal growth in those categories. And then when you look at categories and technologies that have failed to grow quickly, convenience is the key, right? And that's one of the reasons why I've talked about why electric vehicles have failed to gain significant traction is because of the lack of convenience advantage. In fact, it's a huge inconvenience compared to internal combustion engine vehicles when you have to charge your electric vehicle for 45 minutes versus when you can just fill up a tank of gas in your car in 3 or 4 minutes. So convenience is key. Consumers have repeatedly demonstrated their willingness to pay a premium price for convenience, and Hims and Hers Health is adding convenience in several categories for consumers.
Click the link below to watch the full video.